Hello and welcome to Between Takes Unscripted. I am your co-host Katherina.
And I am Faisal.
And this is Joel.
I'm Joel.
And today we are joined by Joel McCarthy, founder of Run and Gun, and one of the most influential filmmaking opportunities for indie filmmakers and creators. So for those new to the indie filmmaking world and don't know about Run and Gun, you want to give us your shtick, your whole deal?
I guess so. So basically, Run and Gun started 11 years ago.
Wow.
When I was like 16.
Nice.
No,
That young.
No, basically, we wanted to create like a 48-hour film competition that anyone could be involved in, and we also wanted to make it like censorship free and all this sort of stuff. And we basically were kind of at a point where a lot of the film opportunities were very like inside baseball of who got those opportunities and who didn't.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
And Run and Gun, we were like, let's just, instead of like trying to join the cool kids table, we're like, let's just build our own kids table.
Nice.
And then eventually it'll be cool. Actually, that wasn't even our aspirations. It just kind of happened to be.
It just became really cool.
Became cool.
It's kind of blown up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, it's definitely a lot. It's so funny because we just had none of us had this like vision of like, let's make it this huge thing. Like this will be like a fun side quest that we do each year. And then it just like started to become bigger and bigger. And it's like, oh man, this is like a job. And like people care about Run and Gun. And it's like this year we had like 2,500 people all participating over one weekend. And it's terrifying.
It's terrifying.
Nothing that we wanted it to be.
That's pretty cool.
this is your last year as festival director for
Yes.
Run and Gun. What do you hope to leave behind for future festival runners or those who want to go out and do festival films or even make their own festivals?
That's a good point. I mean, like, I think I got what I've realized over time is that like Run and Gun, whether we wanted it to or not, has like an important place in the Vancouver indie community.
Mhm.
And it can't just disappear. But I feel like I'm also it's just there's so many little fires that we're putting out constantly, and I'm just like tired of getting the phone call of, oh my gosh, this went wrong and
Yeah.
someone broke their ankle on set and this, that, and the other. And it's just like so much drama behind the scenes that I'm just like, and it's a labor of love. So
Yeah.
for me, like my goal is like, I want Run and Gun to continue. I want that avenue to still exist. And I want people to feel like they can just start something. I think like that if you build it, they will come is very real. And I think, it's so funny because like it's becoming big enough that I'm sure the next generation is like has bones to pick with it in the way that I had bones to pick with things that I want. It's like once you become that big establishment that like that wasn't really my intention and where my passions lie.
Yeah.
So for me, like I have much more fun doing our little side festival Shits and Giggles that I'll continue. And
Nice.
like, yeah, I think for me, like my big thing is it's so much of my mental brain work and so much stuff I'm balancing. And I think I keep putting off so many creative projects, and I'm like, well, if I didn't have this thing that took up 6 months, that is like so much wrangling and constant feedback and stuff like that. So yeah, I want Run and Gun to continue. I want it to, I mean, if they want to grow it, great. We have like amazing people on our team that are like taking it over that I'm training this year. So I feel pretty confident. I'm still going to be around and I'm still a resource. And I know next year I'll get like 100 phone calls of like, what's happening with this? And what was this password? And the two-factor authentication is still your phone.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going away. I'll still be like, I just want to be like the fun uncle of Run and
Love
Gun
it.
and not like the guy.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, so you will still be running Shits and Giggles, though.
That's my intention is to keep running Shits and Giggles.
Nice.
And like the things I love about Shits and Giggles, because Shits and Giggles is where basically I thought about when we started Run and Gun and the things that mattered to me. And it was like, I want it to be like punk rock for fun. It wanted to be this. I don't want to like, I hate dealing with sponsors and this, that, and the other. So like with Shits and Giggles, it's like no sponsors are allowed. It's at the Rio. it always sells out, and
we love the Rio.
And I just don't give a fuck once it sells out.
Nice.
The first year we did Shits and Giggles, when it sold out, our ticket link is it said sold out, but when you clicked on it, it took you to a Rickroll, and we got angry emails. I'm like, this is exactly what I wanted.
Perfect.
I just want to just have fun and be about real run and gun indie filmmaking, right? Whereas run and gun, people are spending thousands of dollars on these massive productions. And yeah, it's a whole thing. I think this light is
I'm
flickering.
noticing that too.
I've been noticing.
Should we take a little
Do you want to pause
moment?
for a second?
Yeah.
We'll just turn up that.
Do we want to keep going?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's keep going.
Wait, can I ask?
Of course.
Has Shits and Giggles been running as long as Run and Gun, or is that
No, Shits and Giggles has been running. We've done our 4th year, so this next year is our 5th year. I actually just as I sat down here saw that we got another submission. We've got already 4 submissions for it, which is wild because it's not due till October.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, basically the first year we went. After COVID, we moved to the Massey Theater. We had this 1,500 person theater. We had sold it out. And that morning we were about to go on, I was like, we should announce something. We've got so many people and what have you. And so Sasha and I were going back and forth, and we thought of this concept for Shits and Giggles that was because a lot of the complaints we were getting with Run and Gun is so many people put so much money in it. It's it's too big. It's this, that, and the other. And for me, I just hate
every year has the same rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is it's gotta fit in the trunk of the Prius.
You have to spend under $250 outside of gas and food. All your equipment has to fit in the back of a Toyota Prius.
Nice.
And the other thing is each year we have a theme that you have to kind of stick to. So this next one is secrets.
Yeah. Secrets.
It's going to be fun. I think for me that excites me. And I think a lot of it is, Run and Gun can only really exist without with sponsors and grants and all that sort of stuff. And then you have to start to please those people that are sponsors and grants. And for me, I only care about putting on a good show. I go crazy when I go to a film event, and the first 45 minutes is thanking people and all these speeches. My brain is not built for that kind of boring stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm no, Run and Gun, we start off with a bang and
love it.
we want to just make it a good show. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
And they're pretty fun to participate in as well. Yeah. I was telling Faisal before, the very first acting project I ever did was a Run and Gun, which was really cool. Yeah.
What was the project?
It was called Space House. It was.
Oh yeah, Sandeep was a producer.
Yeah,
on
Sandeep.
it, and
yeah.
I love that one. Had great vibes.
Yeah, that one was fun.
Such a
we
weird.
just missed we were the one underneath going to the next round, but it still felt pretty good.
Yeah, you guys. I think you guys made semifinals.
Yeah.
And it was just no, that one was such a fun, weird vibe.
Yeah.
And I think did that play at the Massey that year?
I can't remember. It was so long ago.
Was that 2021? Was that our COVID year?
No, it was
after.
I think it was maybe right after, something like that. Yeah, I remember I had to go on set, so I didn't get to go see it anyways. But I was pretty sad. But yeah, that was fun. We just literally took a big Costco thing of tinfoil and just decorated everything with tinfoil, and we're space.
It's Space House.
It's Space House.
It was a memorable film. I still
Nice.
remember it now, and we've had over 1,000 films made. So
Oh, that's so
you
sweet.
did something right.
Nice. Yeah, that one was really, really fun. And then for our green screen, we just went, and I'm a visual effects supervisor. I should have done better, but we just took we went to the Dollarama, and we got one of those big green poster boards and just cut it in this one tinfoil porthole that I think we just kept moving around all the time.
Perfect.
It was great. It was really fun. Yeah. So yeah, what else are you cooking on?
What am I cooking on right now? I mean, right now, I've got 2 feature docs I'm in various stages of post with. Both are I'm hired by a client type thing. So
cool.
They're coming along, but it's a weird vibe right now because a lot of my time is just spent alone in my office editing. So I'm kind of socially starved. But at the same time with Run and Gun, it's so much. So I'm excited to hopefully get done both these docs by the end of the summer. And then I'm in my clean slate era. And I have a few screenplays I wrote a while back that I just kind of want to make stuff, but like also not be as precious about things. I think that's what I'm kind of learning is when I was right out of film school, I made like a few features like right away and like was grinding hard and like was obsessive about career stuff, and some things went really well, some things didn't. And I think that like my mindset has kind of just like shifted over time. And like I realize now looking back at some of those projects that like some of the best experiences of my life were making these films. And at the time I was so focused on like, this is going to go to Sundance and this is going to do this and that. And like now like reminiscing, and now like my son is seeing some of the very inappropriate films I made in my early 20s.
Amazing.
And he's just like loving them and stuff. And I'm like, I gotta just like get back into that sort of stuff and just not overthinking too much. I think a lot of what we live in like such a interesting world of like constant feedback and stuff like that. And I think I've been in a process where I keep talking myself out of like not giving my ideas a fighting chance. Like, oh, that's a good idea. Oh, but why am I the right one to say this story? And
there's always going to be like someone out there like being like, no, don't do it. Like, yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of the times it's yourself, but also we live in like such a community that like we're so quick to judge other people for these things. And it's like, we got to give props to anyone who just creatively expresses. And I think like seeing all these like run and gun films, there's so much love that goes into every one of these films, like all that tinfoil that like went on your space house and things like that. Like you see in every single film, you see these moments of like pure love and expression.
They're just a blast.
And it's like, this is what really matters here. Yeah. And like seeing, knowing people that are really blowing up, like it just gets stressful. And like, I just want to enjoy life and create. And like the act of being creative, whether it's like, I'm going to try to make a new type of pancakes today, is like what excites me now.
Very cool.
Just turning into light. Like gardening is creativity to me.
Nice. And therapeutic.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah, sorry. We have.
What is your top 4 on Letterboxd?
That's a good question. Let me pull it here.
Okay. Can you tell me what Letterboxd is?
Letterboxd is like where you watch a film, watch a project, sort of just put your take on it, like on there, like your favorite films, anything you've just seen.
Okay.
So like I have it and I use it all the time.
So it's like a Yelp for movies.
Sort of. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So my Letterboxd, I have a few things with it. So
okay.
When I was starting off in film, I used to like shit talk movies I hated and things like that. But then as I started getting into the festival circuit, going to meet all these filmmakers, I kept like, I was a producer on this film. And I'm like, oh my God, I wrote something mean on the internet about it. So this is like, I completely deleted any negative thing I've ever put on Yelp. And then for Letterboxd, my thing is I'll only films are either watched, hearted, or 5 stars. I don't I don't give anything like 3 stars or 1 star, anything.
Yeah, I won't give anything like negative reviews, but like I will say like I'll comment and say like anything that stood out to me that I thought was like awesome or like wowed me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So the last thing I gave 5 stars to was the drama. Loved it.
That was really good.
But the top 4 I have right now on here are The Iron Giant. It's just timeless. I could watch it.
I still haven't seen that.
It was one of those films that I loved so much as a kid. And then I showed it to my son when he was little and he loved it and made me watch it every day for like a month.
Nice.
And I was like, it's still a banger. Every screening of it. I saw it like 30 times. I'm like, no, it still rocks. Anomalisa, another animated weird one.
Oh.
Have you guys
I haven't heard
it?
that
I don't think
one.
I've ever heard of that. Wait, is that recent?
2015. It's a Charlie Kaufman film.
I probably haven't heard of it.
It's like claymation, and it's so depressing and makes you just makes you really think about life. I don't know if these are my top 4. These are just 4 that are here right now. Hot Rod.
Nice.
Gotta love
Yes.
Hot Rod.
Wait, what's Hot Rod again?
You haven't seen Hot
Cool
Rod
Beans.
with
I don't think I've seen Hot
Andy
Rod.
Samberg.
Yeah, there we go.
It's the Lonely Island's like first movie type thing. And it was shot in Vancouver. You could see some local actors in it. And it's very much like as children, all we wanted to be was like stuntmen. And
Yeah.
We were so dumb and like would do, and so it's just like
The name sounds familiar, but I don't think I've seen it.
It just tickles my inner child, this film. And then another film I love that I have in my top 4 right now, and I wouldn't say it is my top 4, but it's there, is Young Adult.
I haven't heard
Young
that
Adult.
one.
It's Jason Reitman directed it, and it's like a really stars Charlize Theron. No, most people hated this film. It's about this woman who like goes back to her like small hometown, and she thinks she's like this hot shit writer, and that like that she's just better than everyone else, and it's just it's super like there's something just so pathetic about it. And then at the end she kind of like comes to this realization, is like, because like, you know, she wants to like reconnect with her old high school boyfriend, all these things. Everyone's like, you're kind of a loser type thing. And then at the end she kind of realized, like, you know what, I am too good for my hometown anyways. I'm gonna live it up in Minneapolis.
Nice.
The Minneapolis.
Oh my God.
It's just,
Which I'm scared to go back to ish.
oh, is that, oh yeah, that's where you're from, right?
Well, not
No.
Minneapolis, but Minnesota.
Okay.
But whenever I go to Minnesota, I'm always flying in through Minneapolis.
Do they call it the Minneapolis?
They don't call it the Minneapolis. I've never heard anyone call it the Minneapolis.
Gotta start that
before.
trend.
Well,
now.
that's that movie coined it for me.
Maybe like a long time ago, but like I've never once heard it like anyone refer to it as Minneapolis.
I've never heard it any other time except for that movie. Like,
I love it.
I'm trying to pull up my top 4 now.
Okay.
Yeah, because I really like these. My top 4 are Back to the Future,
Nice.
Yes.
an all-time
Great.
classic.
All-time favorite movie for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Speed Racer.
Oh, geez. Yeah. Hey, you know what? That movie's great.
It's really great. It's a good cult classic.
Yeah.
Project Hail Mary.
Yes,
Okay.
that was so good.
And I was very controversial on this one. I was choosing between 2, and I keep on switching these, either Guardians of the Galaxy
Okay.
or Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I didn't want too many superhero movies on my,
That's fair.
but I'm like, one of those were really good.
And that also, like, Guardians of the Galaxy, like you were in like high school when that came out.
I
right?
was just getting out of middle school, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would have been like the coolest movie to come out of that time. Like,
Yeah.
type thing. Whereas like for me, like I got really excited by it because I had such superhero fatigue at that time, and I was like, whoa, and Star Wars fatigue, all that sort of stuff, and it was like fun music, great vibes, etc. But I think if I saw that in my teenage years, it would have been like the same religious experience I had when I saw Shrek.
Nice.
Like I feel like I want to say like either one of those films gave me like an experience I haven't seen in a movie before.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, we've had galactic heroes like Star Wars.
Yeah.
But like Into the Spider-Verse really showed me something I haven't seen, like especially like Spider-Man.
The first one, right? Yeah.
The first one,
I love
which
that
was
one so
it was
much.
so good.
And that new animation style too.
Yeah. Also like
so beautiful.
When I saw that movie, it was like I saw it the day before I went to a nose surgery, so I'm like, okay, I gotta just take this in before like I'm out for the next few days, and it was a great experience.
That movie's like one of my that's probably my favorite Spider-Man movie ever.
Yeah, same.
I've seen that also a lot with Bowie, and I'm like, it still slaps.
Like every time I see it, it's like a banger every time. Like I don't get tired of it.
Yeah, and like I honestly I think it's better than Spider-Man 2, which I know I'll get hate for. Because I mean, Spider-Man 2 was like also a religious experience when
I feel
it came
like
out.
that movie was great for its time.
Oh yeah.
It was great for its time.
But the action sequences, like, there's still very few action sequences directed as well as the Spider-Man 2 ones. Where you're just like, damn, Sam Raimi's. He was just so goated then. It's so weird to watch the Send Help movie recently, where it's like this weird.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's just like this weird, like stuck on a an island kind of movie, but then here and there's like a crazy Sam Raimi action moment, and you're just like, what? It doesn't feel like a Sam Raimi film until it does.
Okay, so I was literally about to do that one. So you're also working on a docuseries called Highway Through Hell.
Yes.
What's that like going back and forth from like Run and Gun Shits and Giggles and that? Like, how's that?
So I've spent my last 4 winters working on this show, and
can you also tell us what it's about?
Yeah,
well?
so Highway Through Hell is like It's a reality TV show for boomer dads, which like you'll be surprised. Talk to like any boomer dad in Canada. Oh, I love that show. It's given me weird street credit with people I never had street credit with.
My uncle included.
Yeah, all of a sudden these like blue collar guys just like think it's the coolest that I can like talk shop about the show. But basically, it follows these tow truck drivers all over BC through the winter who drive like big heavy tow trucks and deal with semi truck crashes and logging trucks and stuff like that. Like we don't deal with any of the fatalities, but you're like 24 hours on call in the middle of nowhere, far from home, and you're just waiting for a phone call being like, it could happen at 3 a.m. It could be -40 out in the middle of a snowstorm. And it's like, we got some action. You need to go, go, go. Yeah. And you just like suit up and you go into the action. And like my first year doing it was terrifying. Like I just like anytime my phone rang, I had like panic and stuff like that. But like once you've shot a few of these wrecks and you know how to make the show work, it is so liberating because you got a crew of 3 people. You're in the middle of nowhere and you can get a call and all of a sudden you're shooting something for like 12 hours and it's crazy and there's all this truck carnage and whatever. And like that then turns into like 20 minutes of TV on one of the most popular Canadian shows of all time. Because it's like, you know, we just finished shooting season 15, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It like doesn't die. And I think a lot of the times people are so like wrapped up in like, I can't make a movie because I don't have a million crew, this, that, and the other. And it's like with 3 of us, we just made 20 minutes of popular television. So there's really no excuses when you go home. And like it taught me so much about being confident filmmaking with a very small crew. And also you have to make so many decisions really quick. And I think like one of the things that people will lose a lot of faith in a director with is when they just sit there and they don't know what they're doing and they're like not sure what to decide. But we get on the scene and I'm like, I have like 20 seconds to look at it. And it's like, okay, you fly a drone in the air. You hand me these 2 mics. I'm going to put them on this person, and get an interview as they're coming in. You get that drone in the air until this truck comes there. And while that happens, I'm going to put a GoPro there. And then can you rig a GoPro to that? Go. And like, it just starts happening and you're making television and it's just, and then you get through it. And like, you know, a couple of things don't work out perfectly because it's insane. And like the amount of times I've been like drone opping and cam opping at the same time. Because I'm like, I just need a drone in the air. Because it's like, it's a perfect, you know, you can get angles that you could never get.
Do you prefer the small crew?
At times I do. I think I just like, it's like just true run and gun filmmaking. Yeah. And that's kind of where I started. Like my first narrative feature was a mockumentary because I knew we could make that vibe work and feel realistic. Whereas like, you know, it's better than just having a really cheap looking feature that like it's stylistically that way. Right. And then when I was kind of in my mid-20s, we were kind of going through a period where, you know, we spent like several weekends in a row where we're trying to like meet ladies and get drunk at clubs and all that sort of stuff. And like, it just sucked. We were spending too much money and we would, you know, spend our Saturdays and Sundays in bed doing nothing. And I kind of just was like pitching to my friends, like, what if we just spend the next like few weekends like making a web series and like we got all these tools because I was doing all these corporate videos and stuff like that. And I think we could make something that's awesome. And so it was just like us having fun and being silly. And like this is like, you know, before Run and Gun, but that series is like still one of the funniest things I've ever made. There's so many good moments. People still quote it to me randomly.
It's out.
It's out. Yeah, it's all on YouTube. It's hard. It's hard to find because I know this like it's been shadow banned, but because it's called Average Dicks, like you have to be like Average Dicks, Joel McCarthy web series, and like
Do you have the link?
I could probably
Can you
give
send
you
us
the
the
link.
link?
Yes,
Yeah.
please give us a link.
have a viewing party
it's
later?
It's so
I'll watch
silly,
it
but
tonight.
yeah, the first episode's not that great, but then it just gets so wild, and I play the most horrible character I've ever written called Pastor Cody, and he is he's just a terrible person, but his sexual desires really revolve his whole life, right? And he's an asexual. He just likes having just likes to have butt sex. That's all.
Oh my gosh.
And I think we coined that term.
That's cool.
But no, it was just like that sort of stuff was so much fun, and it got me like, and like, you know, people were enjoying it. It was, and it just got me really excited. Whereas I've made bigger productions, but you know, you spend like a year trying to get money, and you're dealing with so many different egos, and there's never enough money for anyone. There's never enough this and that. And like for me, like if I was to, like I would want to, like my next bigger length project, I would like to pare down, and like, yeah, it's so interesting. There's so much. I think a lot of it is like what film schools are trying to like teach, like here's how the real world works with sets. But like that's not always that practical when you don't have that much money, and like, to try to get that much free labor all the time, or like very cheap labor, because even
tough in this economy.
Yeah, even if you're paying everyone $100 a day, which is not good, that's still,
it's a lot of
you
money.
have a crew of 15 people.
Yeah.
Before you're, you know, feeding people, renting equipment, whatever, you're already spending $1,500 a day, and that's like the lowest end of that. So like for me, if I could treat 3 people well as crew and just make it work that way, which is kind of what we did for my first feature, and it was so much fun. And then we had a few days where we pulled in all those favors, but we had days where like there's literally like 5 of us in my house shooting, and it's the best days of my life.